Ocasio-Cortez will get to close out with 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think one of the things that's difficult about this moment is that all of us like to think, all of us, first of all, want to do a good job. And I understand the difficult position that it is when people are career servants and when the politicization of this administration goes in so deep that it politicizes otherwise career positions. I understand and I respect that. But I also understand that at some point in our lives, we reach a moral crossroads. And in the panel right before this one, we heard from a teenager whose little sister died because she couldn't have access to medication, and he has the same disease that she does. And a young woman who has been in this country for 16 years, depending on medical treatment, and deporting her will kill her. This policy will murder her. And we are trying to get to the bottom of the origins of this policy change. And we have to ask you. And you all are citing counsel, which has given you illegitimate reasons to resist answering these questions. The Supreme Court has ruled on it. It's not a debate. So let me see if I can summarize this testimony and see if there's any last chance that you all may want to change your answer. You will not tell us who decided this policy. You will not tell us who at DHS thought it was a good idea. You will not tell Congress if the White House ordered this policy. You will not tell Congress whether you vetted the policy with anyone before you put it in place. You will not tell Congress why the policy was changed. You will not tell Congress what the future policy will be. You will not tell Congress that the future when that future policy will be announced. And you will not tell Congress when you plan to let these families with life and death diagnoses know their fates. Is that all correct?
I think on the balance it is correct, yes.
Now, the claims are based on this idea that there's ongoing litigation. The Supreme Court has ruled that ongoing litigation is not a reason to resist that answer. It has never been the standard under a Democratic or Republican Congress. And we have a job that we have to do too. And our job is ordered by the Constitution of the United States to conduct oversight on these conditions that will kill people. So I would say we should have a chance to answer these questions by this Friday in response to a letter. One question that I have is, who is your counsel? Who advised you to do this?
I take counsel from the DHS General Counsel.
And which individuals at DHS General Counsel advised you to resist answering these questions?
I do not know who made that ultimate decision.
But which individual told you to do it specifically? Certainly someone told you. You're citing counsel. Was it a letter? Was it a meeting?
I will take that back and get back with you if I
So
can.
was it a letter or a meeting? So you won't even tell us who told you to defy the Supreme Court.
I was never told to defy the Supreme Court, ma'am.
To cite reasons in defiance of the Supreme Court.
So to answer your question, I will take those questions back, and if I can provide those answers, I would be happy to do so.
All right. Thank you for agreeing to do that, and I think that we need to have these questions by this Friday. People, they're terrified, their medications are on the line, their entire lives are on the line. And Mr. Chairman, if I may, I think that we should consider, and I believe that after this hearing we have no recourse, but to consider discussing a subpoena to get this information if we don't get it as requested.
Well, I want to thank the Vice Chair of the committee for her insight and views on this. Again, I want to thank both of you for coming and for participating as much as you felt that you could, given the institutional constraints you're operating under. Obviously, this committee is not done with this issue at all. We will be in touch about next steps, but we do look forward to working with you to quelling the chaos that was unleashed when that letter was sent in August, and thank all of you for coming.
Thank you.
Meeting is